Let me say this clearly before we go any further. Most men, they don't avoid earning more because they're lazy. They avoid it because they're afraid. They're afraid of who they might have to become. They've seen money change people. They've seen egos grow. They've seen families drift away. They've seen values disappear. So somewhere along the way, a quiet belief formed. If I grow financially, I might lose myself. If that thought has ever crossed your mind, this video is for you. But I'm not here to comfort that fear. I'm here to tell you the truth about it. Here's the lie that most men believe, that growth and integrity, they're opposites. That earning more means becoming colder, louder, or more arrogant. That ambition, it automatically costs families presence and peace. So men, a lot of them, they choose what they feel is noble. They stay where they are, and then they call it contentment. They call it values. But what they're really choosing is safety over responsibility. And I can tell you those, they're not the same thing. Here's the truth that changes everything. Money doesn't change a man, it amplifies him. If ego shows up when money arrives, it didn't come from the money. It was already there. If disconnection shows up, it didn't start with success. It was already unresolved. Money doesn't replace identity. It actually reveals it. And this is the part most men don't want to face. Some men, they avoid earning more, not because they're protecting their values, but because they're afraid of what growth would expose. I'll tell you something real. There was this season where I told myself I wasn't pushing for more because I was being present. And I was content in whatever state I found myself in. I literally thought that God didn't want me to have money, and that if I did, I was a bad person or I would end up a bad person. So I said things like, my family, they matter more than money. I don't want to become one of those guys. And you know that? It sounded good. It sounded responsible. But looking back, presence wasn't the issue. My hesitation was. I wasn't protecting my family. I was protecting my comfort level. And once I saw that, I'll be honest, I couldn't unsee it. I honestly became ashamed of it. And this is the line that most men eventually cross, whether they admit it or not. There are two types of growths. There's ego-driven growth, and what that looks like is proving worth through income, chasing validation, talking more than listening, needing recognition, tying identity to money. And you know, that honestly feels powerful, but it's fragile. But then there's grounded growth, and what that looks like is totally different. It's quiet confidence. It's increased responsibility. It's better boundaries. It's clearer priorities. It's more presence, not less. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Some men, they aren't avoiding ego. They're avoiding responsibility. They hide behind humility. They hide behind, I'm just being content. They hide behind, I don't need more. But humility, that avoids growth. It's not humility. It's fear, all right? And it's fear wearing good language. So let's get clear. You don't earn more by working harder. You earn more by carrying more responsibility without losing stability. Here's the lines you don't want to cross. Growth that costs integrity, that's wrong. Money that costs your family, it's too expensive. But here's the lines that most men refuse to cross and need to. Stability that costs your potential is also wrong. You're not virtuous for staying small, and you're not noble for avoiding expansion. And your family does not benefit from your quiet resentment. Earning more the right way, there's a certain look to it. What it looks like is increasing skills, not noise. Building systems, not exhausting. Creating leverage, not chaos. If you go back and check out my last few videos, I talk about leverage. Creating it, but not chaos. Expanding your capacity, Not your hours, not your schedule, but your capacity. Calm leadership, it scales. But panic, it doesn't. Panic doesn't scale at all. It just keeps you in a certain state. So let me say this carefully, and I want to say it clearly. Family first does not just mean being home. It also means refusing to stay stuck, refusing to let fear dictate your ceiling, refusing to pass down unspoken regrets. I can tell you this, your kids, they feel it when a man isn't present. So when you're not present and when you're frustrated, your kids feel it. Your partner feels it when stability is no vision. Your home feels it. Your home feels when potential goes unclaimed. Everybody in the whole household feels it and they suffer from it. Earning more, if you do it correctly, it should reduce tension. It should create margin. It should increase your presence. It should stabilize the environment that you're in. If growth pulls you away from your family, it's being built wrong. But if stagnation is quietly draining you, that's not protection. That's avoidance. I need you to understand that. And most men, they struggle to understand it. You're choosing to avoid this. Avoid your growth and your potential. You're choosing to open up that door, to even knock on the door. It's not protection. It is avoidance. You don't need to become a different man to earn more. But you do need to stop using your values as a hiding place. You don't need the ego. You don't need arrogance. You don't need to abandon who you are. But I'll tell you, you do need clarity. You do need responsibility. And you need the courage to expand without self-betrayal. Staying the same, that's a decision too. But when you grow with integrity, that's also a decision. So you got to choose consciously. I'll be honest, I feel like this should be hitting home for some of you. And if it did, it's to be expected. And I can tell you, you're probably trying to sort through this, and you're probably trying to sort through what's the next move. What I'll tell you is, I offer a one-on-one clarity call. It's not to hype you up. It's not to pressure you. And it's not to turn you into someone you're not. It's just a grounded conversation to help you think clearly, to help you see the blind spots and decide how to grow without losing yourself. I can tell you, I had to jump on a call with somebody to find myself. I couldn't do it on my own. I tried to do it on my own for the longest. And I would make some steps, but I wouldn't get to my full capacity just doing it on my own. I couldn't become $100,000 person. I couldn't make a six-figure salary just doing it on my own. I had to get a mentor. And now I'm trying to become a millionaire. I am not going to be able to become a millionaire without having somebody get on a call with me and help me. So that's the same reason why I have my clarity call, to help individuals. All right? There's no hype to it. There's no, you got to do it. But the link, it's below if you need it. If not, what I would do is I would take what you heard so far and I would move forward with integrity. Because I can tell you this, in my next video, we're talking about a trap a lot of good men fall into without realizing it. And that's the provider trap. How responsibility shows up, it shows up slowly and then it turns into pressure. And how to actually escape it without dropping the weight you were meant to carry. With that being said, later.